Hello everybody, this is Lee from Normandy Atelier, and today we are going to paint a birthday cake. This is a painting that I thought it's a very fitting because in March it's my birthday and I wanted to celebrate that with a painting, and I figured out there is nothing better than painting a birthday cake, which is a challenge a little bit. So yeah, I hope you paint a beautiful cake with me. For my materials today, I am using an A3 canvas paper. I like to use those because they are easier to storage. I am using acrylic paint. My colors are titanium white, Mars black, pink, scarlet red, light green, warm gray, raw sienna, and burnt sienna. I'm going to use a pencil and maybe a piece of chalk to draw. And for my brushes, I have lots of brushes. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use, but definitely I'm going to use my 18 flat bristle brush, my number 4 bright brush. I have a number 6 or number 5 round brushes, number 2 round brush, and for like small details, I have number 0, number 1 round brushes, but also I have those 3 just flat brushes, different sizes. Just maybe I will need them, maybe not, probably not. And of course we need a cup of water to clean our brushes, and some kind of a towel just to dry our brushes. And that is everything we are going to need today. The first step, I want to paint the first coat on the canvas, or a base coat on the canvas, and I want to use a color which is, I mixed some warm gray with a touch of burnt sienna and a touch of white. And this process here, I just want to add some kind of maybe a touch of water because my paint is really thick. I just want to make a base coat that will like delete all these white colors on the canvas, and that will like set the tone for the entire piece. And I feel like this color, warm gray, is fine by itself, but at the same time I just wanted to add a little bit of more warmth to it. This is why I added my burnt sienna, so it will read like gray but with a reddish undertone to it. And that's what I am looking for here. And I am not concerned about my brush stroke or anything like that. I just want to fill the canvas. That's it. Nothing else. And of course I haven't mixed enough because I always do that. But again, we can mix it on the fly like always. Just to show you my warm gray, a touch of burnt sienna, not a lot, and a smaller touch of white. If you don't have warm gray, you can just mix it by mix black and white with a touch of brown to it, and that will give you like burnt umber, for example, or raw umber. I prefer burnt umber in this case, and that will like give you a beautiful warm gray color. Trying to just make my canvas not move too much. It's really hard when we are doing the base coat like that, because I am trying to move everything together at the same time, like in paint, with a little bit of a force to move my paint. And even if there are gaps, like small gaps here and there, that is not a big deal. Because this is only the first step, and we are going to paint our table, our cake, everything else, and even we are going to add atmosphere dimension to the background. But yeah, when we are finished, I like just to go from left to right with the tip of my brush to like even a little bit the paint here and there. If there are some like marks of the brush, they will like smooth out a little bit, disappear. and especially up here. And that's it for the entire canvas. For the next step, we are going to do the background and the first step on the table, maybe just the background. We will see. And I'm going to use my big brush also, but I want the canvas to be dry, so dry your canvas and prepare. Okay, for my next step, I just want to separate my background from my table, and I want to start the process for both of them. And I'm going to start with the background. But first of all, I just want to add some marks. So if this is like the center of my canvas here, lengthwise, I am down there a little bit, maybe like third of the way, around that, having a mark. And I want another mark from like same from the other side, from right to left, and that will be my table like that. It doesn't need to be exactly straight, doesn't really matter, something like that. And then I will start to work on my background. For my background, just cleaning my brush, I want it to feel lighter in the middle and like a little bit darker outside. I'm going to use white, burnt sienna, maybe a touch of pink, and my background color with maybe warm gray. And I'm just going to have white on my brush with a touch of burnt sienna and a touch of pink in the middle. And I'm just going with like a circular motion. Here, because we are going to have maybe more white, I am going to have my cake with my candle, so maybe there is a glow or something around it. I like this white here, right here, maybe a touch of pink now with the background color. I want to add pink to the equation, maybe a touch of burnt sienna, white, and gray. If it's too much, we can add gray to it like this to blend out. And again, circular motion, we keep that around and to blend with this, the middle ground. And we can add always a touches of pink. I really want the pink to feel similar, like, I don't know, like the pink is really nice here. And if you add just a little bit and brushed it away all over, it will like almost disappear. It will be like a glaze, and not a glaze, it just will be disappear like on you almost. And we can add with like burnt sienna. And my colors here are almost not transparent, but they are a little bit thin, which is great. And for this mission, because like everything will like blend out easily for me. You can always add a touch of water if you want to your paint. Maybe just more gray. I don't want it to feel like it's a reddish tone, but I always want to have this gray base to it, or gray or beige base to it, so it feels like a room. Maybe more burnt sienna here with the gray. More gray. Just to blend it out to the lighter side, to the darker side. Kind of brush it like that. And if some of the background is still showing, great. It's not a big deal. This is why we did the first coat anyway. But I just want everything to feel soft and nice and happy. This is why I'm adding the happy. It's why I'm adding the... Sorry if it's like moving a lot. It's so hard sometimes to paint on camera with this kind of can set up. I'm still trying, like say it's moving here. It's a little bit hard. I'm trying to understand why it's doing that all the time. Maybe I'm just pushing too hard on the brush. And here, like I felt like I'm losing my brighter side, so I'm just adding white and brush it away. In the middle and go out. It's great. Maybe a touch of pinks now. Like that. Yes. Maybe they think about it as maybe this is the like out of focus, the room, and we are seeing like maybe there are decorations and lights and everything is pink and fun for this birthday party or gathering or whatever it is. Just the birthday. Maybe the person is even like celebrating all by himself. There is no one else. That doesn't matter. I just wanted to evoke this emotion of like happiness and joy, and I feel like the pink will add that. And maybe we look back to it, we see, does it need anything? Maybe a touch of burnt sienna here. Not a lot. Yes. It needed something. I like that. I like the atmosphere already. When is that ready? When you like it, we can move to the second step, which is the table. And I'm going to do that immediately. I need burnt sienna, raw sienna, black and white. Maybe my gray, but I am not sure. I'm not going even to clean my brush. I'm just going with burnt sienna from left to right and raw sienna as well. And I am thinking already about where is my light is coming from. So we can have that decision immediately. Maybe the light is up there and in the right side. So I can understand that. So maybe raw sienna and burnt sienna on my, with a touch of white, and we can have this side of the table lighter. And maybe everything else like here, maybe darker. Just like to add a little bit of dimension to it. And because we already also did maybe you can have all darker, like here. I don't want to overkill it with black because I want to add my shadows later. This is why I'm trying to add the burnt sienna as well. Maybe burnt sienna and raw sienna and black together to have a darker color. And it's wood tone, so it has like diversity between the places, and it has this effect. Can go a little bit lighter here, why not? I might, I didn't say that, but I might use a little bit of yellow, primary yellow or something later if I didn't feel like the raw sienna is working for me, because I wanted to use my raw sienna and this entire painting as my yellow color, but it might work, it might not, I'm not sure. We are going to see, and but I will let you know anyway about that. And as you see, I'm just going from left to right with those colors on my brush at the same time, even the black, and adding like horizontal marks to the canvas and blending them out to the next colors like that. And that for me is like will create the wood effect that I am looking for. And maybe it's just an old table, maybe it has lots of, like it has been used a lot and for parties and gathering and food in the kitchen or something. Why not? We can imagine it to be like that, and maybe it has lots of tones on it. If you want maybe a different kind of table, you can do whatever you want. Maybe it's a shiny table and our cake has a reflection, for example, but I'm not going to do that. But yeah, there are many like whatever you want the material to be, marble, maybe some kind of a stone or something that could be really nice. Maybe add just some dark tones here and there, like to add the effect of the wood tone. And just by mixing all these tones together, you have this beautiful effect for the table. Even my gray could work great here, like yes, look, the gray is really nice. To add lighter tones, I'm just thinking what I'm going to add here. Maybe even a little bit of white. And as you see, I'm starting here with the color, I'm giving it away, like maybe it's an entire like wood piece tag that has the same color. Maybe this is a DIY table, for example, and it has all these different kind of like wood type. Maybe this is cherry and oak type at the same time. Why not? If you maybe have a specific wood or table that in your house you want to paint, you can use that as a reference. That could be really nice. Why not? And as you see, I'm adding just a touch of black or white or whatever colors, and my colors are still wet, so I'm technically just mixing them on the fly, and I am looking to it. I like the white, the lighter colors here. As we said, our light is from this side, so I'm just adding more light from here before everything is just mixed up, and we can have all these tones, lighter tones here and there, and in front of our, on top of our already established layers. We don't need to do 2 layers on our table. This way it will be already finished and we can move to other steps. And if it's not smooth like that, it's fine. It doesn't need to be. I'm trying just here, like I feel like it's a little bit crooked. I'm just trying to fix it with a little bit of white. Maybe we can diffuse it a little bit. It doesn't even need to have a straight edge to it or a strict edge to it. And I am going a little back and I'm looking to it and I see, do I like it? Do I not? I feel like I am happy with it for now. Maybe just some tones of burnt sienna here. And I am checking if there are any kind, maybe here, a little bit darker tones, just, I don't want to miss the edge of my canvas. It's nice. Looks really good actually. With the background now it's all dried. Yeah, it looks good. This is everything we are going to do for the next step. For the next step, just make sure that everything is dried because we are going to do our outline for our cake, which is exciting. So the next step, we are going to do our sketch. And to be honest with you, I have been trying to do that for more than like 40 minutes. I'm so bad at drawing, and then I did everything on pencil, but I'm going to show you how to do that, hopefully with my piece of chalk. And normally I would do everything on camera, but today it was not working for me for some reason. I even like with my hand, I removed a little bit of the paint here and here, and I had to fix it with a little bit of like working on the background, but it is what it is. So this is the like the middle of my canvas here. So I am imagining my cake to be like 2-layer cake. So if this is the half of the canvas, I am a little bit up of that, maybe like with my fingers, 2 fingers, like this is like 3-4 centimeters. I'm having my mark here. It's a very bad shock. And this will be the tip of my first layer of the cake. And the layer of the cake, they are round and they are like they have these lines coming down, and those lines needs to be very vertical. The lines here for every layer, even the blade, they need to be at the same angle technically. So this is here at the halfway point. It will be my second layer like that. Not second layer, my second line like that. It will continue. This is here, it will be cake and cream, and then cake again here. And so this is here the cake layer like that. It's the same line like that. This is the same line like that here. We need to do our third layer, so it will be like I can measure them with my hands. It's like a little bit, almost the same between here and here, and that will be here like a little bit above my table line. That will be our cylinder here, our oval type shape here. And I am not doing it completely because I am already going to sketch our strawberries and our cream, and I'm just going down for the base of my cake like that. Something like that. Good work. It's too much. Just deleting my... And here it will be our blades like that. And from here it will be the tip of like the side of the plate. Now for my layers, because I am doing lots of things together today. I want my cake to have a glaze of like strawberry glaze or something. Just doing these kind of like dropping zigzag kind of marks. You can do it different kind of shapes like that. I need really to work on my drawing skills, because like drawing skills is like the worst. Like this is not working anymore. Something like that maybe. My painting skills, my drawing skills are the worst. Everything I do, I'm really bad at drawing. Here I want to go, like make our layers of cream and everything else. So just like maybe third of the way, and we will do a line. Here it will be like our cake, then here cream, then cake again. And the cake, it will be somewhere in this vicinity here, like that. Something like that, up a little bit maybe. Doesn't really matter. We can fix that with some. And here I'm just doing my glaze again, going between the layers or over them. Like that. And now I just need to do like technically here is like it will be the continuation of our cake, and we will have the third like that, something like that. And here we are going to paint our like strawberries in the two types. So strawberries are a little bit easy. We just do like a little bit of a heart shape, but my stroke is so small, I need to have my pencil. I think the pencil is better. So just like that, and we can have some leaves. 2, 3, 4. Another strawberry here. You can have whatever fruits you want, but like I am thinking strawberry because it's my favorite fruit. Well, apples is my favorite fruit. It's really hard to paint, to draw today. Nothing is working, something like that. Maybe here we have our cream, and the cream I'm just doing something like, see, I am removing my paint. Think about the as like clouds, something like that for the cream. Something like that. The only shape we are going to add dimension to them later. Maybe something like that for this is cream, cream, cream. And here I want my candle. So if this is the the center of my canvas, it will be almost on the third. Like if this is this third, exactly the third. Third of the canvas up. It will be, is it the third or is it the fourth? Quarters. Something like that. Almost the third. Maybe a little bit like in that vicinity. And we are going to do like vertical lines for our like candle. I'm having one candle. Maybe here we have cream. Maybe we have strawberry, like that. Cream, cream, strawberry. And here we have strawberries, something like that. We can add leaves to them. Maybe I needed to go something really impressionistic today, but I didn't, and I am paying the price. Something like that, and we need 2 strawberries. I didn't even do them. With the first one is like here for the outline, something like that. Maybe it has some leaves here and there. And maybe there's another one in this vicinity here. This is the big one, maybe here, with some leaves. And it's coming maybe behind, like this, something like that. That could work for the outline. So for my next step, we are going to start our cake, or start the first steps of the coats. And I am just using burnt sienna, raw sienna with a little bit of white to have this like very soft color. It's like almost orange color, like pastel orangey color. It's a little bit see-through at this time, that is fine. And I'm just going to do the first coat for the sponge part of the cake. I'm using my flat brush, small flat brush. This is number 8. And I'm just doing those marks for the first coat. I was a little bit stressed out because of for the drawing sketch part. It always gives me this anxiety, and now I'm doing it in camera, it became worse. I'm really sorry if it's like it was not really clear, but I really struggled with it today. But I think, I don't know, we pushed it through. It took me like a really long time to do. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes the sketch will go extremely smoothly. Sometimes it's not. And maybe it depends about it's like an object that I did before or not. I have never painted a cake before. So yeah, here it will be cream. So here it will be cake. But again, there is glaze. So the cake part will be in between the glaze only. It's here. Here a little bit. This is coming here and going out. So it's here. And if it's not perfect for now, it's fine. This here. So everywhere where it's like dipped like that, like this a dome, it will be cake. That is only the first layer, so it's fine. Like I'm going like too big here, too thick for the paint outside even my lines that I want, but it's fine. I can fix that later. I'm continuing from this side. Here a little bit crooked here. Here it's a little bit smaller, and well, that's it. The next layer will be here, and I'm going inside my marks of the leaves of everything, because I don't want to feel like I am painting over the objects later. Here maybe a little bit. That's it. And we are going to fix those lines later, and my paint is see-through. I can still see everything that I am painting over, which is fine. And we are going to overlap our strawberries and our cream and everything over that layers later. So I don't want it to be perfect, but I didn't want it to feel like I didn't want to paint everything. It's just like that. Maybe that was not a great decision. Maybe not. I don't know. We will see. And here it's the same thing at this step here. So everything up, it will be cake. Like here, it's cake. It's here. It's here a little bit. I needed to use my round brush here, but it's fine. Giving a little bit of that. If there is any more sponge, I don't think so. I think that's it, because here everything is glaze. Now I'm going to clean my brush in my water, and I want to do the first layer for my plate, and I'm just going to do gray, warm gray. You can leave, if you want, piece of your chalk marks or pencil for this step, but I think it's fine. I'm just going to leave a little bit here, maybe. It's a little bit see-through anyway, because my paint is a little bit thinner today. So I'm going to see my pencil anyway. And if it touched your cake, that is fine for now. Because again, I don't want to feel like I am painting over the objects. Our cake will get a little bit maybe bigger later, it's fine. I'm just trying to have the shape and the form of the object right, which is always my weakest point, to be honest. Like, I am still sometimes struggling to add like the form. Sometimes I feel like I know exactly what I want to do, but it takes me a little like practice and some quotes and like here, like I immediately made a mistake, but we can remove it, it's fine. Sometimes it's just the paint, sometimes you need to push through until you find the form that you are looking for. And as you see, like I'm seeing my pencil. We'll have shadows on here anyway later, because our light is from the other side. Yeah, this is my plate. I think I need to do the glaze right now, or the strawberries. The glaze. For the glaze, I have my pink. If you see my pink that I am using, it's very like bubblegum kind of pink, and that is very strong for me. But I'm going to use the pink with a touch of burnt sienna on it, a touch of my scarlet red, the touch of white, and I'm going to mix and see what's going to happen. I want some kind of a darker magenta kind of a color, but I still want it to feel pinky, not reddish. And I'm just mixing and seeing until I arrive to because I added the red was, I felt like too much. So I added more pink to it. And I have this color now. I feel it's great for a start. To give you an example how it is, it's like that. But for me now, I need to have an understanding of the separation between the surface of the cake here and the glaze and the other side. So I'm trying to have my separation line still visible, and of course it's a glaze, it's going to be like down here. It will be over or a little bit bigger than our cake itself, because it's dripping from the outside. And we are going to do all this outline. This is coming down here. And as you see, it's a little bit see-through. It's not so strong, but this is only the first step, and that is fine. Because we are going to do layers on it later. With just now, we are just blocking those colors so we can understand where everything is going to be. And to build our form later. Not form, our glaze, like the form of the glaze, because it will be 3-dimension to it. Something like that. Here. Here a little bit outside. I'm just trying to fix it. It's dripping too much here, which is delicious. This strawberry syrup kind of thing that we have in here, which is amazing. And I'm really not concerned about even like brush stroke at this time. Even like as you see, there are like still places that they are not fully painted. That is fine for me. The only thing I need is just separation here. I need to understand where it is. So I'm just adding some pink near my object, because here is a cream, and I'm not having a lot of paint here because I want to, and I don't want to lose all the hard work that I have been doing for drawing. And this is why it's like a very thin layer here right now. But we are going to fix it later, it's fine. And as you see, I have the separation, so I understand where is my object is going to be, where is the surface and where is the top of it, and where is like the other side, the side of it. Here is the same thing, so I can start with this here, and I am leaving my marks visible. It is nice so far, I hope. Laughing nervously. I wanted to paint a birthday cake because my birthday is in March. Technically, I am filming this on the 10th of March. And my birthday is next week. So, well, the week where this video is going to be published. Hopefully. And my mom used to make me a birthday cake every year. I don't eat cake a lot these days because a lot of calories and many other things. But yeah, my mom used to make me cake for my birthday, homemade, of course. She's a great baker, and yeah, strawberry has always been my all-time favorite fruit. I love strawberries so much, and especially that it's at this time of the year, like the early spring. And she would always have strawberries on my birthday cakes most of the time with all these kind of creams. And because blue is my favorite color, she will add like sometimes food coloring to coconut, shredded coconut to add a little bit of color, for example. That is like always great and nice. The form is not perfect, it's fine. What else do we need? So yeah, this is why I wanted to paint this. I thought it's a great idea to remember that. Next, I'm just cleaning my brush, and I need to do the first layer on my strawberries now. For the strawberries, I just need like red with birds. I need a darker color of red and a touch maybe of black, a teeny tiny touch of black. And I'm spinning it until it's not, the red is overpowering everything else. Maybe more burnt sienna and a touch of black. I just need a darker shade of red than what I have, because we will add like our scarlet red later for the highlights and stuff like that. But this will serve as a very great first layer for the strawberries, like very dark shade of red. And yeah, just go with it like that. And we will add all the details to them later, hopefully. And yeah, strawberries has always been my all-time favorite fruits or berries, especially in the spring. I remember when I was young, I was maybe 7 or 8 or something, and my mom used to also not only bake but also knit sweaters for me and my sister, of course, but sweaters for winter. And I really wanted a sweater with blue. My favorite color is blue, and strawberries on it. And she made me that, and I wanted to wear it every single day. It was the most beautiful thing I have ever had. And do you know when like in like TV, not TV series, in anime or cartoon or stuff like that, when like characters like wear the same thing over and over and over? I was like that. I wanted to wear that t-shirt every single day, or that sweater every single day, which is extremely funny. Uh, but yeah, I loved it. I loved it so much. Yeah. Strawberries. And my dad planted lots of strawberries in our garden for me. And they have the most beautiful like small flowers to them, white colors, white flowers. I love strawberries. Yeah. So here it's up. Trying to do this one here. I have this one here. It's coming this way. And I have this one here. It's a little bit transparent, so I can still see my marks, but trying not to remove them completely. Here are the last two ones. Here, this one. And this one. Not having lots of paints. Like it's technically like a thin coat of paint. It will dry really fast, which is great. I'm rubbing out. That is great. Just finish here so it doesn't peel off. Now I'm just cleaning my brush, and I need just white and warm gray to do the first layer of my cream. It is good. Okay, that is nice. This color is really the cream has just got a little bit bigger. We can fix that later again, it's fine. First coat, even like if this something like this happen, fix it. Yeah, thin layer of that color. And I need to hit the other layers up there. This brush is working really well for me. If you want to use another brush, you can, of course, that is fine. And it's just, again, as I said many times, it's just the first layer here. We are just continuing that. We just need to understand where our object's going to be, and every single layer is like serving a again, I made a mistake because I'm trying not even concentrating at this point. Yeah, it's only here. Cleaning my brush, adding my sponge color to fix the mistakes that I did. Yeah, it's here. Here and here. Something like that can work for now. Going back to my cream color to do those here. Maybe I need a smaller brush for that. I'm already feeling that brush is too much, so I'm just having my small flat brush to add those here. Just do this. This is really cool. And I'm doing them like in this, like almost like a cloud shape. The cream, which is cute. Here, I will decide if they are in front of the strawberries or not later. Maybe here too we have another cream. This is all like part of the same thing. Here. And here. Just doing that, using the tip of my brush for those small places. The cream here. So this is going here. And because it's like very similar to the background color, now it's feel a little bit confusing here up there. That is fine. It's a little bit lighter because we added lots of white to it. But we are going to make that even like whiter later when we add our highlights. This is only the first step. Just finishing that. Maybe I don't know, maybe we could have done this in a very different way. I'm not sure, but this is what the process that I am trying to achieve here. Here, maybe a little bit of cream here, like this. Here, a little bit of cream as well. Behind our candle is coming here. This is cream from the other side. I'm going to see it anyway. And that will finish finally our, what am I doing? Just I saw some places that are not fully painted here. Some gray. And that will finish this step, but I forgot to do my leaves and my candle. So I'm just mixing light gray. It's almost like neon gray. I have it. So I'm just mixing that with a little bit of black. And I'm just going to paint my candle with green. Why not? Let's have a green. I didn't know what color I'm going to have it. I think green is great. So yeah, green candle today. And we will add some like decoration to it later. This is the first layer. It will go here. Something like that. Maybe here. Who knows where is it coming from? And now we are just add green to my leaves. Something like that. This one is coming from this side. They don't even need to have a specific form to them. Just leaves. Or just touches of green, I feel. Something like that. Here, this one is coming this side, this side. This side. Here it's like just some leaves. Here we have 3 leaves, like triangles or something like that here from this side. here. Just a little bit of marks like that of green for now. Now I'm going to move to my sponges. For my sponges, I just need to have forms to them and to add my like shadows mainly. For the shadows, I'm just going to use burnt sienna. It will be like the darker side to them, like here, down. Just doing these unsystematic marks from left to right. Maybe this is a very small brush. Maybe we need a bigger brush. I thought I need just a small one. Yeah, so much better. So yeah, just a little bit of that. And we are going to think about the form either, because for me, the light is from that side. So it will be a little bit darker here, like that. And I'm just going to, it's like a blending. And also here and behind my, like the glaze. And for the cake, if we added a little bit of shadow up here, it will feel like the upper layer is a little bit like bigger, but I don't want that. So I'm just adding shadows under the glaze, and I just want to add a second layer. So I'm just having now my original color, and I am mixing it out to the shadow that I made. So it will blend out to that like that, and it will not feel like it's an edge to it or a line or something. It will blend out to be smooth, and this is what we want, the smoothness to it. On the other side, I'm having white and my sienna, the color that we did before, and I'm having that here. Yes. Put a line and do it like that. Fix those lines. That looks great. Clean my brush very fast, add my original sponge color and mixing it a little bit out to that, like that. That is really, really nice. You can have a different kind of sponge if you want, a different color, whatever you want. I think this looks really a little bit natural. I was like considering doing something more yellow, but I felt like the yellow may be a little bit too strong of a color. But maybe something like ochre yellow or yellow ochre could work, or something like that. I felt like I am missing a little bit of the shadows from the side, but I too much on my palette. Yeah. You just need to add a little bit like of darkness on your brush and mix it out like that, up from down up, and it will give you that effect. And think about a sponge. The sponge normally have all these kind of texture to it, and the texture is normally like dark spots. It's coming from the having what is it called, like when it's like resin, it will have bubbles inside, or it will be like a little bit big, and we can do that effect by just adding a little bit of darkness like that, something like that, just to give it a little bit of a texture. It's not smooth. We have that. We have dark spots and light spots, and I'm just stabbing it or dabbing it here on my sponge so it can smooth out with all these colors. I have burnt sienna and my sponge color and a little bit of white. That looks good. Lighter from this side, darker from this side, and we added the tabbing technique. That is great for this layer. Maybe we are going to come back to it later, but I feel it doesn't really need much. Maybe just white, just to give it a little bit of a sheen from the light source that's coming from the right. Just white, and I am rubbing it up, just catching some light. It's a little bit shiny, it's delicious, it's moist. Why not doing that? It is nice. And I'm trying to remove my pencil marks and chalk marks from the side. They are gone for now. From this side I still see them, so I'm just adding burnt sienna with my original color for them. It's too much. And yeah, now they are gone. Here also. Yes. That looks good. Just brushing this out, adding some light marks on this side. That looks cool. Maybe white, maybe. Oops, the white is too much. Countering with a little bit of darkness. Yeah, the darkness, not white. Yeah, that darkness is really great here to create that contrast, and here I'm just doing the burnt sienna, the original color. It is cool. So we are going to do that also up. So up, it's here and here. We have the two layers, and it's a little bit tricky because there are lots of objects around them. I am keep touching my tripod today, sorry. So yeah, we are going with what I'm just going to do the dark colors first. The dark colors, they are all over the place here because everything could be casting a shadows here, like the strawberry, the cream, everything. So maybe the dark colors like here down, around, and I'm just tapping now because it's a very small space. Here shadows, here as well, shadows down. If you want to do a different kind of a brush, like a round brush, that is good. This brush is working for me, so it's great for me for now. Something like that. I'm having my sponge color with some white. Just I need some white here and there, and you know, I need to fix those edges. Add some lightness up. Why not from this side? Something like that. That could really work. And I'm just tapping again, even over my burnt sienna that I added, so it feel like it's cohesive, and not a lot of paint on my brush at this time. Adding just those marks. Now I need to do that up there again with my light colors, especially here. I feel like it will touch lots of colors here. Something like that, maybe. Like that. And I just do these marks. Need my small brush here. It's a very small area. I am having the darkest tones, the light tones now, with white and my original sponge color, just to get rid of my pencil marks up here, maybe here, to fix all these layers here. To fix the form of them, but I am trying even to touch my up the glaze, because the glaze will be up and over them and it will cover them. So in this way I will not feel like I am painting around the object or around the lines or something like that. It's good. Now I think we can work on our cream. For the cream, again, it will be darker from this side and lighter from this side. For the darker colors, I don't want to go, like I used gray for that. So I can go gray with burnt sienna and white here to have a little bit of a different shade, but I don't want to go, for example, black. That will be a very bad decision. So this color here, that's just a little bit tiny touches of burnt sienna to it to make it darker and different to the original gray. So if I added it, it will feel darker. I can see it. Like if I don't see it, there is no see, now I can see it. If we don't see it, there is no point of adding it. But again, I don't want to feel like it's very close to my original color. Now it feels like very close to here. So maybe I need to add black and white and do another kind of gray. Just I'm mixing black and white with my gray. So it will be a different kind, like maybe cooler gray. Yes, something like that. That is better. Yeah, like that. Even more black to it. And all these colors will dry even darker later. Now I'm doing this. I can just stab it, but I am just trying to get rid of my pencil marks at the first. And they don't need to be straight lines. They can have a movement to them that will make like the cake is pressing the cream between the layers, and that will, like, it's oozing. That is so good. I'm just doing a second layer with this like shadowy colors, and the shadow colors are going to be under my cream too. But again, I feel like I missed something. I think we need to have a little bit of... When did I mess that up? I don't remember. I just see it. We have a different layers of here, of sponge. Here, 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 and here. This has been a nightmare, I feel, for you. I'm so sorry for all the mistakes. But again, mistakes happen all the time, even on camera. And I did a sketch and everything, and I am still making mistakes. In advance, I planned this painting in advance, and I am still... Sometimes this happens, it's fine. And I can blame the allergies because I have allergies in the spring and I have the medication for it. And that medication, I know from my work, from everything, from daily life, it makes me lose concentration all the time. I don't know, there is no solution for that. It is what it is. And I think that is the problem today. So yeah, now we have these lines, it's fine. Going with dark, with the burnt sienna to do the shadows part here. But not a lot, just a little bit on the top, and I'm just dabbing it. Even if it's a little bit wet right now, it's fine. Just adding these like darker tones down like that, even up here because it's like the glaze. We will have dark tones anyway inside as well. Didn't do up dark tones up here as well. It feels like I missed something because the glaze is over them, so it will have all that shadow part around. Yeah, like that. That is much better. Here it was too much. Just now we can have the light tones with white and the original sponge color to add some diversity in the tones and the highlights from the right side. Yes, that looks really great. And I don't have lots of paint, as I said. Controlling the amount of paint is very essential here. And just adding tones, it's like tabbing it a little bit so it can create that effects of the sponge. That is really nice. Here I feel like this is too much. I'm just adding a little bit of the original colors like that. That is great. I felt like I was making mistakes. I didn't know what it was. Anyway, continuing with the cream color. I just want some gray, original gray color to blend, to do like a second coat. Like that is good. And I need white, especially from this side. And we can have our cream to be whatever shape it wants. Like you can have it in a different form, completely like this. I am having it to be smooth. But you can have it have textured, or it can have some kind of just adding more dark gray to my palette here because I don't want it to go all dark on me fast. Here, of course, here, definitely here. Original gray, blend it out a little bit. And adding white because I don't want my cream to feel not creamy, I don't want it to feel gray. Nobody wants to eat a gray cream. And I feel like this is like a cloud. It's a little bit harder to achieve, but the secret is just adding more layers and blending systematically, and trust the process that it's going to be good. And by moving the colors like that, my white is almost transparent. You can even add a touch of water to your white so it can have that effect. If it's not, maybe here it's a little bit darker, and blending it out here as well. Like I need more warmth. I can add warmth to it so it doesn't feel like it's very dark. With warmth, I'm just mixing my warm gray with some burnt sienna, like that. And I am doing almost like this round brush stroke sometimes, just to feel it like it's a little bit smooth and have a volume to it. And I am looking to it, I feel like it needs more white, especially from here. Just white. And fixing that shape here. And I'm like thinking about where is my brightest bright of white it's going to be, and I want lots of paint now, actually, just to give it that volume and make my shadows like smaller in shape like that. Yes. That looks good for here. I like the cream so far. Maybe we'll add more shadows later, we will see. Maybe just, I feel like this is here too much of a shadow. Blending it out a little bit, it's dropping, it's fine. Yeah, that is better for me. Now I need to do this layer here. Again, white on my brush right now. And I think I just going to do this here. Like that, like it's not outline. Yeah, it's like outlining already what we have established. I don't need to do anything else. Yeah, like that. Adding just the white is great enough. And just keeping the shadows from the previous layer. And because I am moving the white in a very loose way, it will have like bumps and ups and downs, and it will feel like it's cream, because like cream have that effect in general. That looks good. Maybe just adding my dark gray from the side, just to add this color, just to add that form to it, like the shadows. This side is way more shadowy than the other side, and blend it out like that. That is better from this side as well. We did that already. Now we can do the plate, why not? So with white and gray together, can mix this lighter color for this section here, up here, yes, like that, and it's up until here, as we said we did before. My lines are still almost visible, which is great. Like that could work. And it's about just finding the form of it. So this tip here, it will definitely touch the light. Here. Continue from this side. This dark side is darker. And maybe it's like, if it's like tips up like that, it will have a darker shadow here, and it will be here, it will be lighter. Because here is like it's called the most flat part of the plate, like here, like that, and it can go like this. As you see, I'm barely having any paint on my brush. Can do this like that, some dark gray in between. Yeah, trying to mix it a little bit. I want some darker gray from this side. Clean the form of the cake in the process. Do a second layer. To go with white again, to do here is like the tip of the dish for me. I need some black with some gray. Here it will be like darker technically because it's from the other side. Here as well, but the most important is here. With darker color, just a little bit of black to my brush, and with my grayish color already that I have, just to have the tip of it. And now we go with white and do the highlight up that. So now we have the form that we wanted it. That it's too big for now, I can see it. I needed to add some water to my palette, but I didn't, but it's fine. We can have just the original gray color, just the warm gray. And so yeah, the warm gray, and mix that up a little bit. It's great. That looks good for now. What else? I feel like here it will be also whiter, like this. Here from this side, like that. Here it needs to go all the way to the cake. Yes, and here it needs to be on the same size, the same height, our height from that side. Maybe here it's touching the light. I need some black. I don't have black on my palette anymore. Here maybe we have some kind of shadow coming like that. Maybe you can have even the shadows of the cake immediately, like here. But we can have that established like that, the strongest shadows touching, and it will be like that. Blending it out. I love adding shadows. Shadows for me is one of the most beautiful things that I enjoy adding. I don't know why. It's just satisfying to ground things up, I feel. It's just adding this shadow here with just maybe adding a touch of water to my brush. Yes, when you add water to your brush, the paint will move easier. Something like that. And maybe we can even have a darker shadow for the plate itself from this side here on the on the table immediately, because we are already doing the process of that. And as you see, because I'm adding water, it already feel transparent, which is amazing, because shadows are technically like darker colors of the object that they are sitting on. That's it. But here I have different tones, so I'm just adding black, watered down black, and it's adding that effect that I want by itself, which is great. And we can add shadows like that here, like by just putting the shadows away from the object, it will feel like it's up. Something like that could work. At the same time, now I feel like it is a little bit flat for me, so I'm just needing white with or a little bit of black with my gray, just to add all these shadows from this side here, so we can understand where it's coming from, something like that. Maybe here more, maybe even here more. Yes. And I feel like if the light is from that side, the blade itself will touch light from here, like this. And it will come like exactly like that. Because it's from the other side. We can have our gray and blend it out as much as we want. It's like here also, it's a little bit, but this is in the dark. This is here is too much. That it's not wrong. Not wrong. It's like I feel it's too much here. Yes. Mixing those, and we have all these tones together. This is too much. I'm backing it out with my original gray. Here I feel like I need this shadow here too. Yeah, like this. The stronger shadow here. Yeah, that was missing. Of course, we are adding this. Having a touch of highlight from this side here now. Here. Was just white. This is the tip of the dish, or from this side, like this. That looks good. Maybe just fixing the shadow from this side here, like this. Just adding more black so you can understand that this is the shadow of the object. Yeah. Here. Mixing it up. Too much. Back it out. Something like that could work. And I have just a touch of black in this side. We are just going to remove it like this. Adding more white. That's good. Maybe adding just more tones, like maybe the object is even having reflections or something from the cake, or maybe it's a glass or something, and it has all these different tones on it, which is nice. I'm just adding some raw sienna to the dish like this and mixing it out. That looks really good. I feel the shadows for the plate are good for now. Maybe just a little bit of black. I feel like here I need to go really, really black to separate them. Yeah, something like that. Too much. Yeah, this is good. Here as well. Yeah, that looks nice. So the next step, we are going to work on our glaze, and I want, so the separation, it will be the shiniest part because it will catch the light the most. It will be here and here. Under those, like the strawberries and the creams and everything, it will be have a shadow, and it will drip down, and for the dripping it will have like effect, like it will be lighter from this side and darker from that side. And I'm going to use, I don't know, I'm going to use my dark pink and white, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Maybe just burnt sienna for the shadows. Maybe just we can have burnt sienna here, maybe with touch of our original color. That is nice. And we can start the glaze. The glaze, I need it to be really smooth. So I am not looking for, this is too much. We can do another smaller brush, but my smaller brush are harder to control. Just do that here, something like that. And we are going to blend it later. Just like that here, it will be darker. I like this color so much. It looks really nice. Darker inside, maybe darker here. We can see a little bit of darkness. I don't know. Darker here. Yes, all that darkness is great. And now I'm just going to, without watching my brush, I'm having my original color, glaze color, and I'm blending that out. So it feels, it doesn't feel like a line. Not having too much paint. Doing technically a second coat on it. Now we have white. I'm just mixing it with a little bit of my color and having the glaze here, but I want my brush to have, like, I'm just pressing it on the palette so it feels smaller, and adding that glaze effect here on the top of the top. And removing any kind of chalk marks or pencil that we have. That looks great. It's blended, it's great. Perfect. So now we continue for the layer after. I'm just having that very light color with the white to add it to the tip here. Yes, it's like it's a dripping. I have some chalk mark, some pencil mark that I am removing here, like this. Now we can have all these delicious dripping of the strawberry syrup or whatever it is here, this side. Also this here, this here, because think about those layers, they are a little bit they have an edge to them. They are not smooth, they are over the cake itself, so they can have all these layers of light from the right, even here. That is great. I am having my original color now to blend it a little bit out, but this is too much on my palette. Maybe a little bit of water, having a little bit of paint, not a lot, and blending it out like that. It feels smooth. This one is a little bit ruined, but we will add light to it again. It's fine. Just mixing it a little bit. Go down here. From this side, of course, it's a little bit like this, and here. Second layer up, and just having the form of it to be correct. And as you see, I am not even adding shadows on this part because I don't feel like I need it. There is nothing to cast a shadow here. I just want to have a smooth layer to it. Here my pencil is too much. I'm just adding more layer of paint. Maybe I will do a third layer of camera to it, but for now it's fine. And the original color working as my technically like the shadows part. That looks great. And we are going to do some white, only white on it later. Light pink color with the white to do some more blending on these sides. Add more lights from this side because we lost it. Maybe here, like this, maybe here up like this, like this. I don't think even I need a third layer. I don't see the pencil anymore, which is great. Here I can still see it, so another layer of it. Oh, but I don't need white. I'm cleaning my brush. I have the original pink color that we had. Where is it? It's here. And here it's gone. Here it hasn't gone yet. And it's a little bit difficult with this pink because it's a little bit transparent, but few coats and it will disappear, which is great. Here too. Fixing the form and the edges of our glaze. That looks perfect. Almost perfect here because I didn't mess up. I just fixed it with a little bit of too much. Here it needs to be lighter. Yes, add light to the side, to the right of them. These drips. Blend it out. Here too. Here it's flat because it doesn't have darkness or the original color. Just having the original color. Like this. Yes. Great. And here as well. As you see, the glaze is bigger than the cake itself, which is like fun. Make some dark white here. I'm going to repeat the same process down. So a little bit of my burnt sienna with my dark color, with my for my shadows. Let's see here. That is not enough of darkness. And I don't want to have lots of paint on my brush, so I'm just dipping it on my towel because I don't want to, I need to control the paint or it will like be all over the place. Just adding this shadow part here, burnt sienna with a little bit of that original color, the color of the glaze, the strawberry, the pink. Nice. Do we need more of that color? Maybe not, but maybe here. I feel like there's something missing. I can see the line. Just messing it up. So now we do the brightest color of the top with my original color and with my pink color and some white. And we can do the line here. With some water if it's not moving. You can do it from left to right or right to left. It doesn't matter. You can even do as I do from both sides. Say like that. And now I'm just adding my original pink to mix it a little bit up. Like this. That is starting to look perfect. Yes. In here. On the lines. I don't want to see any whatever they are called, pencil marks anymore. Here. That is good. Now I'm having my light pink with white, of course, to do these parts here. But again, I'm pressing my on my palette. I'm pressing it like this, the brush, so it will feel a little bit flat on me, which is great. And I can add all these marks of white, of light pink whenever I want. Like here, maybe it's all like this. Maybe even here it's catching light like that. Yes, even here up. Yes, this is better. From this side here, and finishing the form of it to feel like it's dripping. Now I want cake. Up here a little bit, up here, down here. Maybe I will have some cake on my birthday, who knows. There is a cake. It's almost like a pie technically, or a tart or something in Normandy that I love. It's called La Tarte Normande. It's with apples, like apple pie technically, but it's specialty here in Normandy. It is so delicious. I don't know. I like an orange cake as well. Orange cake is so delicious. Doing all this dripping here, smooth and up. Yes. Something like that could work. Now we can add another layer with that original pink color that I have. Do a second layer, get rid of all the marks, especially here, the marks of the pencil. It was too strong because I had to paint it, to draw it multiple times, because of course it was not working. But we don't need to talk about that anymore. We can pretend that everything was so smooth and perfect. Nobody will know except me and you. And again, that is not a problem for me. It's even on camera, because painting is a process, and it's just sometimes things happen, sometimes things don't work, and that is okay. I used to get really frustrated about those kind of I don't want to call them mistakes, just a process. I used to put myself down and I say, oh, I cannot do it, I need to stop. I once even like threw all the canvases the canvas I was working on away in the trash, because I thought like I cannot do it. And then I starting to have a different kind of approach to it. Like, yeah, mistakes happen and that is fine. And this is why I am, even like with all mistakes, I'm going to publish this video, because maybe you will see it and maybe you will you will see that it's fine. Yeah, we are going to push it through even our mistakes. We are going to practice our skills more and more, and by the end we will achieve something that it might not be a masterpiece. Nobody will we don't need to go to the Louvre, but it will feel like, here I'm mixing just the form of it, but it will feel like something that is satisfying to us, and it's make our eyes happy, and that is the lesson of it, and that is the most important thing of it. And like, again, if it's here like, oh, it's just too harsh of a line, just add all the old color of it and it will blend out. Nobody need to see that harsh lines. Keep everything smooth, keep everything like blended. That is the secret here, with a little bit of paint. Of course, you can add a touch of water as well. And just fixing the form of them. Deleting all these lines because I still see them there. Done. With white, here I need white to fix this, if I can, from this side. Yeah, and here as well, because I can see the line. We don't need any lines. Mixing that up here as well. Getting my original color with some white and mixing that away. That looks great. Here it just needs fixation of the, or fixation, is that even a word? The line, the form of the dripping here as well. Still don't have lots of, I don't have lots of paint left. I don't want to mix more. Like that. That looks great. Now, just here is the only thing that is not great for me. This one needs to have this form like this. Yes. Now it's great with some white. Yes. Now, without even washing my brush, I need to wash my brush, yes, because I want to add just white. And I don't want it to be dirty white. I just want white on my brush to add like more brightness to the glaze. So here it will feel like, oh, it's white. Here maybe here. Touches of like, it's maybe the glaze is even shiny glaze, and it has this sheen to it, and we can have it whenever we want, maybe almost on the right side. Even if it has in the right on the other side, it's fine. Just white over this line, maybe more here, even up. It's the highlight of the brightest of the highlights now, like this. And that will add the sheen that we need to the glaze, and it will feel shiny and delicious. Yes, it's all about deliciousness today. And it's always add form to the cake itself, because we are doing this almost curvy lines, which is great and nice. That looks really good. Here, maybe just like this. I don't like this. Maybe we can even have our very hot pink color to add just a few tones of that. Why not? Just need my brush to be really clean. Not a lot, just different tones. Yes, that is really, really nice. Over the highlight themselves, different from them. Yes, it's just pink. Yes, it was extremely satisfying to do. So the next step we are just going to do, I think we are going to work on the strawberries. And for the strawberries I'm just going to do my scarlet red with a teeny touch of white. I don't want it to feel pinky on me right now. So just like that, scarlet red is a very beautiful color, and we can add our highlights. Start with the highlights and go to the darker sides later, maybe something like that. From this side. From this side, always from the right, the tip and the right, something like that. Fixing the form and the lines of them. I can go to my darkest color immediately with my dirty brush and do a second layer on that so I don't forget. Yes, like that. My dark red color, that was the base color of them. We can fix the line, the form, and blend that to the light. It's great. I can do that here as well, starting with the dark because my brush is already dark. Pick some of that lighter red color, mixing it up from this side. Delete all the mark that we have. If it's bleeding to the other side, it's fine. And see, we have shadows and we have lighter side, and we will have a little more like brighter side later, or some kind of maybe with white only. I'm just mixing some, I need some darkness here. This side, adding some lighter color, fixing the line, fixing the shape. That is starting to look great. And it's too harsh of a line, we counter it out with a little bit of blending it out. Great. From the other side as well. The last strawberry from this side here. Adding my light red here. Fixing the form. This is like great for building. I like building layers like that. Now it feels therapeutic. Just fixing the line, do the highlights, do that. It's done. Now I feel like I can immediately go with a little bit of white from the other side, from here, and add some white, just like that. Even if it's going a little bit pink, it's fine, because, and I'm just dabbing it. I don't mind the pinkish tones because I already have lots of pink anyway. If you don't like the pink, you can add a touch of yellow to your red, and that will make it less red. The yellow will counter the pinkiness of the pink color, and it will give you a more natural color if you want. But I don't mind the pink because I have pink all over the place, so it's fine. I am going to do the next step, the other layer. So just dark. We are going to start from that side. So my dark red again, fixing the form from here and here. Go to my my bright red without that darkness. My bright red here, mixing it up. Yes. The other side as well, fixing the form. If there are any lines, the time to get rid of them. That is good. So here looks like a tomato for me, I don't know why. Tomato. Imagine having a tomato cake, that is disgusting. Oh my god. Okay. And adding darkness up, down here. Darkness, darkness, darkness. Yes. Darkness here. This side. Cleaning my brush, adding the lightest pink, lightest red, and do the form and fix any lines. The other side as well. Here, this one will be lighter. For this, yes, like that. With more darkness. That looks great. Now we do with a little bit of white. Even to do, I don't mind. I said I don't mind the pinkiness to it. It's fine. This side, from this side, I'm just dabbing it just to add a little bit of lightness from this side, because why not? I didn't do this one, so I'm just adding dark from this side. See, I'm trying to stable my hand with my pinky. Adding that. Great. Now my red, my bright red. Nice. And some white on this side. It's great as well. And the strawberries had these kind of like seeds. So I need a small brush. I have my zero brush. I have some black on it. And I can do the seeds immediately. Just do dots like that. If you don't want black, doesn't need to be systematic anyway. Just like that. Just to add the hint of those seeds. We can add white to that even if we want. It's just small dots with your smallest brush. And even let the paint fade away. It's great. Some of them is big, some of them is small. It's impressionistic, it's fine. Like this. I like this. Like when you do these layers and suddenly your tomato stop looking like tomato and start looking as strawberries as intended, it feels great. You feel like, yes, I This is strawberry, this is not tomato anymore. And yes, those lines, the strawberries like this, even down here. And I'm just going to do small of them with a little bit of white. Also again, just around a little bit, just maybe some of the seed is catching of some light or something from this side, because why not? Just small marks like that can change the entire mood of the painting and make it more realistic, although I don't seek realistic normally, but with something like that, it's a small touch, it doesn't hurt, and it feels nice. Like, look at it. Like, it really starts to feel like strawberries. And again, stop looking something like, what is it called? Tomato. And this is just, no, it's 000 brush. It's very small. And it's a little bit short. It's not long, so it can give you lots of effects and control over like small details like that. I like this brush so much. Yeah, that looks great. Maybe just a little bit here. And because the colors are fading away, it's became like some of them faint, some of them strong. That is perfect for the strawberries. Now I can do my leaves on them. I'm just doing my green with touch of white to have a more natural green like this for the highlights, but I feel like this is too big for a brush. Again, I'm going to use my number 0 brush for that here. And you see, this one is way too longer than the other one. And we can have some highlights on the leaves. Something like that. Touches here, touches there. And we will add more to it later, just a little bit. I don't care about the leaves, I just want to have the hint of something green up. And I'm just adding more touches of that green here. So it feels like the strawberries have, I think, a stem or something. But as you see, I'm doing them very impressionistic style. I don't even care about the form of them very much, because they are not really important. You can even have more like without the green stems, but I felt like the green will add a beautiful color. And I'm just blending it out, touching here and there. And because why not? And what I wanted to say, and just greenery, just like nice like that. I don't have my original green color anymore, so I'm just having my original green with black to make another batch of that, and do a second layer on those. And just for me, just the idea of like light from that side, from upright. So just be mindful of that. For me, that is the most important thing about painting, understanding where is the light coming from, and behave or add my marks, my darks and shadows and highlights based on that. And that will achieve the realism that people talk about and people like, because it's just like understanding the information and giving that information to whoever is watching your painting whether it's you or somebody else. And when that information is right or correct, that's even correct, it's just logical and cohesive in the entire painting, it will make sense and it will give the realism touch. But I don't need to stay here for hours. Maybe you would, you won't. But I that doesn't. I don't feel any kind of value in that to stay here for hours and just paint my, like, adding leaves or having like a very realistic look to something. Here I didn't even paint my leaves for the first time. Just having green like that, it's fine. So I like the impressionistic style for details like this. Just, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. I'm just doing another layer because I still feel like I am having these marks of pencil, some places here and there, and by just trying to erase them, I don't want to see them. I don't understand why my pencil was so aggressive today. Normally I don't see, if I am using pencil, I don't see the effect of it like that. It's so weird. I really don't understand. I don't know what happened, but I was using a new pencil. And then before I come back to my normal pencil. Not sure. So maybe that was the problem. I don't know. Just here it need to be darker. It's nice. I can work on my candle because like I have my green. I didn't say that, but here we are. Just do the form of it like this. Some kind of an oval. And lighter from this side, darker from the other side. Like this. Yes, just darker from the other side. It's streaky a little bit. That is fine for the moment. Just establishing those colors. Now it's not streaky anymore, which is great. But streaky from the like longest way, it's fine because like, oh, it's a candle. It has that effect sometimes. You can feel the texture of it. It's not extremely smooth. Trying to delete my pencil marks. Yes, like this. Nice. Clean. Just add some white to my brush. Do the highlight of the tip like this. Here. Maybe it has some kind of an effect, like, you know, candles have these swirly lines, and we can do that like with white. Why not? Like this. Especially it's a birthday. It's a small candle for the cake. Yes, like that. So just white. It's really nice. Maybe we can add a little bit of shadow under it with a little bit of black. Just a teeny tiny bit and a touch of water. Just a darkness so it feels like it's a little bit like it has a texture, it's not smooth. Something like that could work. Yes, I love this so much. And maybe even under the tip of it, we have some darkness. Maybe add more white now and fix that because I messed it up. That is great. We are going just to continue finish the cream. And what brush? The small flat brush. what number it is. It's number 2 flat brush. I just need white to do that. Maybe white here, just do that for the tips of them. We can do a rounder brush, but it's not really necessary as well. And I really need to get rid of these marks of the pencil marks. It's a bleed. It's not bleeding. I have lag for some reason. What I was saying, yeah, the white. Let's do this. Maybe it has like something like this. And I wanted to overlap my cream and my strawberry. Even here it's too much. Fine. Something like that. Looks cool. And here we have a little bit of strawberry there, of cream there. Maybe here. Just having some form to it. And I don't want to remove all my darkness because that will make it feel fluffy and have textured and stuff like that. But I'm giving it like bumps in the dark. Here, for example, bumps up. It will be the most like, it has a little bit of a dome to it. Here, up, here, here. These shapes, removing and diffusing them a little bit so we will get rid of the lines that we have here, up here. Like that. Even here, 1, 2. It looks really cool. And when it dries, it will feel like it's like above each other, which is nice. Here I feel like this is too much. It's adding. Yeah. I'm looking to my cake and I see it doesn't need anything else. And I feel like maybe just a little bit of white here in this corner. Like the cream. Yes, that was necessary. Maybe a little bit here for the form, rounder. Yes, and here a little bit of white in this corner here. Yes, that looks great. And here, because I'm still seeing a little bit of the pencil, now it's gone. Great. Now my cake is perfect. My candle is finished. So the next step will be painting our candle flame. Normally I will use something like like yellow here, but I don't have yellow on my palette today, so I'm going to use burnt sienna. We are going to use raw sienna. Touch of that. We are going to use red. We are going to use definitely white. First of all, I'm going to use mixed white with burnt sienna. I want it to be even whiter than this. And I'm having water also as well. And should we do I think I want to do my, what is it called? The black part of the candle. And let's do that first so we can place it. And I really need to feel like it's small and I don't want to mess it up. So it's just like maybe like 1-2 centimeters up here. That's it. Cleaning my brush again. I don't want black. And I'm going to my yellow color. And we can have yellow or red, but I am doing yellow at the first. And just doing this kind of, maybe it's a glow or something outside. Maybe a touch of my red with water, even tapping it on a brush on the towel, mixing it up even with our hands like this. So it just mixed up a little bit and have the glow. It doesn't need to be something invasive like I have done. Like this, maybe down. This is the glow, this is not the flame itself. Here, tone it down with a little bit of water, and maybe this brush is not a good idea. Now, when I establish that, I can have my yellow that I made, and I can start doing the shape of my flame. Here, something like this could be my flame. Is it too much? It's too much. We can tone it down, it's fine. With our hand like this, just like here, yes. We can add white to it from the outside. And I feel this brush is not helping me, so I'm going to my small flat brush again. Doing this. And maybe adding some more red. I don't need much, a lot of. This is better with white. And I wanted to feel whiter up, yes. So we can have this effect up there. And because it's a blending with everything else, it's great. I feel like I need yellow. This is not working at all. So I'm just going to grab some primary yellow. Let's see. Yes, it was missing. Have it in the outside. Yes. That is nice. A little bit transparent, which is great, but I feel like it's missing something. I don't know what it is. I'm going to dry it a little bit and add white to it. So yeah, after drying it, I'm using my smaller brush. I felt like it's better to do the white tips of it, like this. Going outside the lines. Smooshing a little with my hands. Yes. That is great for the flame for now. Touch of only yellow. Local brightness to the equation. And now I can add my yellow here to have like a little bit of a reflection on the tip, and I can have all this with touch of white and my smaller brush like this, even like just diffusing all these colors even with my hand, just to add a little bit of an illumination to these strawberries from the candle itself. I'm looking to it, it has a look, even here it could work a little bit with the white, with the yellow, like this, why not? Having some touches of yellows here and there. It's just there. I love this so much now. Just fixing that here with a little bit of white. I just want to add a little bit of black to fix the stem of it. Is it stem? Like this, because it was like losing the form of it. I think it's done. That was the last step of my painting. I hope you enjoyed your time with me. I hope you painted a beautiful birthday cake for yourself. And I hope to see you again in another video. Bye everybody.